I'm Natalie. I'm a co-founder of a collaborative coding platform called Gitlip, and today we're launching a demo of Gitlip Editors, which are powered by the multiplayer file system in durable objects that we've built. So if you've ever wanted to collaborate on Markdown or code with the convenience of Google Docs, our demo is for you. So to try the demo out yourself, go to demo.gitlip.com. I'll try to cover some technical details at the end, and you can also read about them in our blog post, but let's dive in. Gitlip editors support different file types, and these two browser tabs are synchronized over WebSockets. And imagine that there are two people collaborating, and you can see that there's two presences on the top right. So I'm going to demonstrate each of the file types that you can create, and when I write in one of these browsers, the other one is immediately synchronized. So I'll start by creating a directory, and then I can create a text file. And then if I go into that text file in each browser and type in, I don't know, hello world, you'll see that the two are synchronized. We also support TL drawings. So if I'm going to create a new drawing, I'll go into it in both browsers, and I'm going to make a little heart because I'm grateful that you're watching my demo. We support symlinks as well. So if I create a new symlink, and I'm going to link back to the drawing I've just made. So then if I follow that link, it'll link back and I can continue collaborating on it. We've added keyboard navigation. It's the same shortcuts as Google Docs or macOS, so quick up, down, enter to go in, option 1 to come back out again. You can move files around. So for example, I can move these files into the directory. I can move them from the left browser into the right-hand one. And you can also copy files. So I can take this one here, copy, paste, and also delete. Gitlip editors allow you to easily work with files from your computer. So here's some I prepared earlier. So I'm going to drag and drop them from my computer to Gitlip. And let's have a look at what we have. So we have a code file, and we can execute the JavaScript immediately by pressing this button and live collaborate. We have TLDR drawings. I have an SVG image, so if I make a change in one browser, it will automatically update in the other. You can view image files, you can view video files, it supports PDF. For other binary files, we don't render them, but you can still download them. You can drag a file from Gitlip onto your computer. So for example, let's take this drawing and move it onto our computer from Gitlip Editor. And then also TL draw files from Gitlip Editor are compatible with tldraw.com. So you can drag and drop it directly into the tldraw.com editor. Importing files from repos and websites. So I can import files from a Git repo from Gitlip. So let's have a look at my gitlip.com profile, and I'm going to drag and explore this test repo, and I can immediately start collaborating on it in my Gitlip editor. So for example, let me edit just one word. I'm going to edit here, and then I can immediately execute the code directly in the browser. If I take a look at this Cloudflare Foundations repo, I can bring over the README. And then if I take a look at it, I can see that I'm missing this kind of media file. So if I take the media directory from the repo and drag it into the root directory, it will immediately populate. We have implemented this functionality for Gitlip, but it also works for all other Git providers, so you can import code into the Gitlip editor and be able to collaborate on it in real time. You can import any other resource that has a URL, for example images, just by dragging them in. So let me take, for example, this phone image from gitlip.com. I'm going to drag it in, and then I can view it in Gitlip Editor. You can also download the entire contents of your editor onto your computer as a zip or a tar GZ. e.g. I'm going to show you some nice things when collaborating on Markdown. So here's one I prepared earlier. Okay, so I'm going to have one in render mode and one in not render mode. So first of all, I'm going to edit the text. So for example, hello world, and you'll see it has been synchronized on the left-hand side. I can edit the code snippet. In Gitlip Editors, we've repurposed the Markdown image embedding syntax. So you can use it to embed any type of file. So for example, on line 15, I've used it here to embed a code file, and you can run it. So I can edit the embedded code file in another Gitlip tab. So for example, I'll change this to a 5, and then it live updates and I can run it again. It's also possible to edit embedded math, and we support math syntax as well. So for example, in this binomial expansion, instead of a plus b, I'm going to put x plus y, change it on the right-hand side, and it live updates on the left-hand side. You can also edit embedded TL draw, and we support TL draw drawings, and start to make some edits. They will live update within my Markdown file. You can also edit embedded SVG. So for example, here's an SVG. It will live update on the left-hand side. And that is Gitlip Editors. So in conclusion, Gitlip Editors are built on top of the Cloudflare Workers platform, and at the core of Gitlip Editors is a very powerful multiplayer file system which we've built. And we've done this by combining durable objects, WebSockets, and YJS. The file system is mostly POSIX compatible with HTTP and WebSockets interfaces, and is the perfect foundation for building collaborative editors for the web. Our early design decisions have resulted in some nice properties. So deciding to build on Cloudflare Workers has made managing of our application state a breeze and allows us to easily scale horizontally. Picking CRDTs for synchronization resulted in better scalability and allows us to pursue an offline-first approach in the future. And then choosing to build a multiplayer file system makes interaction with the existing platforms and tools, most notably Git, seamless. In terms of our big vision, we want the web to feel more alive, and we want coding to feel more collaborative. And we're big fans of open file formats, and we know other developers are as well, because open file formats are suitable for versioning and archiving. They strengthen your data ownership because you can export data whenever you want, and they increase interoperability. In terms of future goals and what comes next, we want to make it possible to seamlessly collaborate with human and AI collaborators. We want to add common IDE features that one would usually expect from a code editor. We want to make coding on mobile incredible. We want to make our editor work offline first, because currently it only works online. We want to enable time travel, so you'll be able to rewind to a point in time in the history of the file system. And we want to make it possible to broadcast a coding session to an audience, so where your audience will be able to follow you along as you jump through and edit your source code. Think Twitch, but specialized for programming. And finally, we want to make an environment for collaborative thinking and not just for collaborative coding. Now, and our immediate goals, over the coming days, we'll be releasing some nice updates to this demo. And very soon after that, we'll launch gitlip.com properly, where collaborative coding will be integrated with Git repos and one-click deployments. And one more thing, We are considering offering Gitlip Editors as a service for other platform builders. So if you would like to integrate this or our Git repos infrastructure into your product, email me at natalie@gitlip.com or send me a DM on social media, wherever you can see me yapping, and I'll get back to you. For further updates, please subscribe to the Gitlip mailing list and the demo, or follow us on any of these social media networks. Thanks for listening.